So welcome to the Diplomat. My name is Stephen Taylor. Thank you for taking the time out to join us today. Make sure that you are interacting on social media at Stephen Taylor SA on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So today, joined by a very beautiful lady. One could almost say that it is Miss South Africa, but it's not. It's the Consul General of South Africa in Munich, Roleta Lebelo. Roleta, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming to join us today. So in Munich, Germany, do you drink a lot of beer? Because that's the beer capital, isn't it?
Yes, actually. Oh, wow. I'm still waiting to drink beer. I would be honored to drink the beer here. I thought this year's Oktoberfest would be a great opportunity for me to taste the beer, but hey,
Yes.
it was cancelled because of the pandemic. So I missed that opportunity. I'll wait for next year, Stephen, then I'll give you feedback.
I might join you there. So there we go. Because I think we need to get out more, right? By then we'll all be like, come on, we need to travel.
Yeah, I'll be so happy. So you should really make that happen.
I will. I'm gonna go. I think I need to go visit a Nesh first in the Comores, and then I'll come to you after that. All right, we'll make it like a world tour. So tell me, Roleta.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, no, you can. Roleta, tell me, tell us about a bit of your background, where you grew up. Where were you? You were obviously born in South Africa, right? Where were you born?
Well, I was born in Bushbuckridge.
Okay.
At a small hospital there called Masana Hospital, because my father was working there at that time. He was a magistrate that side. So that's where I was born. But originally that's not where I come from, because both my parents actually come from Limpopo, in small villages of Limpopo in Mokopane Township. So that's where we actually, after being born there, after a few years, we went back to the villages in Mokopane. So in essence, that's where I come from, and that's why I'm just a girl from Limpopo. I've went to school and primary school in Limpopo, and my high school at Heropenheimer as well. And that's where I finished my matric before I joined FLUOP, known now as the University of Limpopo. And that's where my politics started in the main.
Now, I don't want to be silly here because I also don't want to predict your age, but this was during apartheid, right?
Oh, wow. Yeah, somewhat.
Okay. Because I know that if I come to Germany, you're going to give me a clap if I get it wrong.
I will do that, Stephen. But maybe it will be also good to know that when we were appointed, I was the youngest, and I still believe now I'm still the youngest head of mission for South Africa.
That's amazing. Wow. Well done. Hats off to you. Black woman doing amazing things and representing South Africa. I love that. I love stories like that. We need to see more of that happening around the world, especially for, woman power is important, right? To have women leaders in society. How do you feel about that, growing up as a black child in South Africa, black woman? Some of the challenges that you faced growing up?
Some of the challenges really that I faced was that my mother and father got divorced when I was still very young. So I had to be raised by a single parent. And we struggled. We stayed with my grandmother for quite a long time before my mother can get her own house for us to live at. And yeah, so also I was lucky in the fact that my sister, who was the firstborn in the family, and studied law to become a lawyer, also worked. I was able to help my mother in raising me and give me the necessary education. I'll always be grateful to that. So, I mean, my story of a Black child, it's not a surprising one, because I do know that there are a lot of young Black ones who grew up like me. But I think the difference in this case is that how do you empower your mindset to be a very focused mindset, to know what you want out of the struggles that you're facing. And I think for me, my struggles had shaped me to be the person that I am. Just a small story also about my background, Stephen, is that I had a baby when I was 18 years old. And it was quite a difficult time at that time. And I quickly had to tell myself that that was not going to stop me. Regardless of what was happening, that was not going to stop me. It stopped me for a year because I had to be a mother that stays with her child and everything. But after a year, I told the family that I really want to go back to school. The best decision that I've ever made. And I mean, the rest is history after that.
Sure. What a story. That's a very inspirational story, and absolutely having a child so young, but still coming out on the other end and showing that, look, I'm still going to make something of my life. That is inspiration in its own, Roleta, because some people, kind of give up once they've had a child and don't focus on business and their career and life. So I'm happy that you were able to do that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Stephen. Like I said from the beginning, it depends how you turn your struggles around. For me, having a baby at that time told me that I have no time now to play around. Yes. I have no time. I was now different from all my peers because I had responsibility.
That's right.
So, and I knew that I want my family to also take care of my baby. I made the baby, I had to take care of the baby. So I had to go out there and make a living so that my child can have a good life, better than the life that I had. And I'm so grateful that indeed that's what I did.
So I hear that you are part of the Gauteng provincial government. Tell us about some of the roles that you had there working in government.
Funny enough, I studied statistics. So I majored in statistics in university. I have an honors in statistics, BSc in statistics.
Wow.
So instead of focusing on statistics, I wanted to learn more. At that time, I was a student activist in the university. So politics became somewhat of an attachment. I got obsessed with politics. I got obsessed with representing students. I got obsessed with saying my mind and wanting a better outlook for all students. So what I then did was to start to want to understand the field of politics. So that somehow clashed with the statistician that I was trying to build, And funny enough, at that time, I went to volunteer my services in one of the ANC offices in the province in Limpopo, just to also get to understand more. And yes. While I was there, I can tell you that I was trained in different fields, in the fields of communications, broadly, your events, your marketing, writing of statements, political documents. It was a thorough training, I must tell you. I remember there was a time we were organizing 2009 elections, and they put the whole campaign branding on me to come up with creatives around it and everything. It was hard. At that time, it was hard, and I felt like, wow, how am I going to do this? And it was little did I know that they were turning me into something. And within a few years volunteering there, I started to apply for government jobs, and I got to be a speechwriter. My first job in government became a speechwriter and a researcher at the Department of Health in Limpopo. And soon after that, I became the spokesperson of the department. and ultimately had the communication branch of the department. So slowly I was starting to grow. I dealt with advocacy work also at some point for all diseases under the health system and everything. And that prepared me for a whole lot of range of issues that I would face in life. And after that time in Limpopo, I then joined the Gauteng government.
Okay, I think what we'll do, Roleta, is we'll take a break quickly and then we'll come back and hear more about that, all right? Thank you. We're on conversation with the Consul General of South Africa in Munich, Roleta Lebelo. We'll continue with more of that conversation in a moment. You're watching The Diplomat. So welcome back to The Diplomats with Stephen Taylor. Thank you very much for taking the time out and joining us today. Make sure that you are interacting with the show at Stephen Taylor SA on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So we are still in conversation with the lovely, the beautiful Roleta Lebelo. Am I saying your name right? Is that how you say it? Lebelo. Like, I don't know, Lebelo, the Consul General in Munich. Did I say your surname right? Lebelo. Okay, what does that mean? Does it have a meaning?
Speed of some sort, yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, you're younger than me, so it's fine. I think you look younger anyway, so that's fine. You're faster than me in every way. Okay, so we were talking about your role in government, in the Gauteng government. You were talking to us about that. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So then I joined the Gauteng government. That was now in 2014 at the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. And I was the Director of Communications at that time. I was dealing with corporate communications.
Wow.
So you can see what started from my university days, just as the training to write speeches, to write what turned me into a communications person entirely. And later on, I got to head strategic partnerships, sponsorships of department, and also international relations of the department. Wow. And that's when then I started to learn more about international relations. And later, I moved to the Gauteng Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, where I became the head of communications there. And I still, even if I was doing communications, I still would do a lot of international relations, strategic partnerships, and some special projects in the department. And I was then seconded when I was there to be the COO of the Gauteng Enterprise Propeller, a role where I learned a lot about SMMEs, how to take them from an ideation point of view into a fully fledged SMME that is functional, that is well funded and everything. But obviously a lot of work goes into how you identify them and believe that an idea can actually be worth an investment.
Wow. Why are you not a minister? You have so much intelligence going on, man. Hey?
I know. You know what, Stephen, you must ask the president one day when you interview him.
I see that he's watching us from behind. If you turn around, he's right behind you.
Oh, yeah. They're watching me.
Hello, Cyril. Hello, Cyril. No, when I see him again, I will talk to him. I will say, meet my friend Roleta. She will make a good minister.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
No, but it's amazing. Like, so then after the COO, you went on to as a chief director?
When I was seconded to be a COO, I was already a chief director.
Okay.
So this was a secondment to the chief director position that I was already at.
So for those that don't understand government and how it works. What is so you get? Do you get a director, chief director, and then the HOD, or how does it work?
Yeah. So, for instance, when I started, the speech writer and researcher position was at a manager, which they call a deputy director level.
Yes.
Right. And then I got to be a director. And then after being a director, then I got to be a chief director, and then a COO.
Okay.
So after the chief director, okay, let's leave the COO position, because
Yes.
after the COO, it's your CEO and all that. But
Yes.
in government, after the chief director, then you have a DDG and a DG.
Okay. Well,
or
a HOD,
an HOD in a province. Yeah.
Okay, so as chief director, you reported to the HOD.
Yes, at that time, yeah. When I was at Gauteng, yes, that's true. And sometimes to the MEC themselves, because I had communications, so you would know with the work that happens in communications that you will need to also report to the political head from time to time. So the hierarchy also allowed me to report directly to the MEC as well.
Okay, yeah, because you've got to get the right stuff out, so that's important to be on the same page. Yeah. So wow, that's amazing, the work that you've done. So coming back to your role as a consul general, which kind of, as you say, you were building up to this role, but your communication, I see you did a lot of communication. You could be interviewing me, Roleta.
Actually, I should interview you after you.
Next time, yeah.
After you interview a whole lot of us, I'd really like to know your experience and how you have navigated around it. So please, can I do the interview?
That sounds like a plan. Then we'll arrange that. Then you can interview me.
Yeah, most definitely.
I look forward to that. So tell us about your role as the Consul General in Munich. Is there a lot of South Africans that live in Munich?
Yes, we do have a fairly good number. Around thousands of them, just above 1,000, not two, but around thousands of them are living here. Most have families also here. Some are here for school, so it's different things that they do. Some are here for businesses. So you have a very good community of South Africans who are here, who most of them we meet when we have national days or any form of days to kind of celebrate, right? And when they need services that we give to South Africans when we are here as a consulate, we call them civic services. So they'll be coming here for their passports, they'll be coming here for their birth certificates, for registration of whatever, death certificates, all sorts. So we meet them also during that kind of time. Yeah.
But you're not involved with that directly. You obviously oversee you've got a team.
Yeah, I have a very beautiful team this side. Some of the team that I have, the members of the team that I have, they come straight from Department of International Relations and Cooperation in South Africa. And then some come from the Home Affairs, and then some come from the Trade and Industry Department, and then some are locally recruited. So it's a blend of a very dynamic and hardworking team that we have this side.
I like that. Okay, and the relationship between South Africa and Germany in terms of you gauging those like gaps of trade relations and economic relations and stuff like that, is that also part of your role as the Consul General?
Yes. It is very much part of my work. You would know that as a Consul General, I have to also look at economic diplomacy in the main. So it falls directly into what we do. You'll remember that the relationship between Germany and South Africa dates back to 1994, and that's when it became even more strong. And you will also realize that over the years, there has been a lot of German presence in South Africa. In fact, after China, I think in terms of trade, they follow in South Africa. So they're that big. And this has also been solicited recently by the visit of President Ramaphosa in 2018 October here. And after that, President Steinmeier also came to South Africa in November of 2018, right? And recently, Chancellor Merkel was there as well, right? So that seeks to show you that the good countries enjoy very great relations, and the relations are mainly in the automotive. You already know, everybody would know that in the automotive sector, the health sector. I mean, recently, I don't know if you got that, we also signed a big deal with BMW that seeks to help the Gauteng government as well in dealing with the corona virus. It was a deal between ourselves, BMW, and the German government. And I think I'll send you something about it. And millions of euros were then dedicated to the refurbishment of some of our hospitals, to getting beds, to getting ventilators and all. And it was a very good thing. So we continue also on the health front, on the skills and development. When Chancellor Merkel was there with the president, part of their biggest agreement was on the education front, on the skills and development sector, which we do know that as South Africa, that means a great deal for us. And then we have also on the defense side, on the technology side as well. So it's a whole range of different areas that you will see this economic ties and trade existing on. So we are really, I mean, you would know that Germany is a very big economy. Absolutely. So to have these big relations with them really means a lot for us as a country.
Roleta, I can't believe that we have almost, come to almost the end of the show. But if you want to send me anything, you're welcome to send me a BMW. I would love that. Be my guest. No, I'm just joking.
Actually, when you come here, I must let them take you on a tour. They have a very beautiful museum there. You'll be just blown away. So
yes.
Maybe we should explore that and then you see for yourself.
We can do that. No, Roleta, thank you so much for your time, the Consul General in Munich. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing that side. And absolutely, we'll talk next time and you'll be hosting the show and I'll be sitting here answering the questions. Sounds like fun.
Most definitely. I look forward to that, Stephen. And
I look forward to that as well.
The opportunity, and I want to wish you all the best with all other interviews that you're still going to do with the rest of us out there.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much, Roleta. God bless.
All right. Bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Another amazing episode of The Diplomat. Thank you to Roleta Lebelo, the Consul General in Munich for South Africa. Amazing conversation with her. Thank you to Wade. Thank you to Akona behind the scenes for doing amazing work. And thank you to you for watching. Please interact at Stephen Taylor SA on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. God bless. Much love. Let's be more Madiba, and Black lives do matter.